Have you ever struggled with installing different OS on your computer? An operating system, or OS, is like the brain of your computer. And sometimes, you might want to change or upgrade it for better performance or fresh features. Today, we're diving into 3 unique installations: Windows Vista Rental Edition on a Lenovo B5050, Zorin OS Honkai Star Rail Edition on an Asus EE PC, and an upgrade from Windows 95 Pizza Tower Edition with the addition of Internet Explorer. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to navigate these installations with ease. First up, we'll tackle installing Windows Vista Rental Edition on a Lenovo B5050. So let's dive right into it. The first step is always preparation. Ensure that your Lenovo B5050 is in good working order, charged, and prepared for the installation. You may want to back up any important files or data you have on your system, as the installation process will erase everything. Next, you'll need to create a bootable USB. This is essentially a USB stick that you can use to install Windows Vista Rental Edition. To create this, you'll need a USB stick with at least 4 GB of free space, and a copy of the Windows Vista Rental Edition ISO file. Use a tool like Rufus or Balena Etcher to burn the ISO file onto the USB stick. And voila, you have a bootable USB. Now it's time for the real action. Start your Lenovo B5050 and press the appropriate key to enter the BIOS setup. This is usually the F12, F2, or the delete key, but it can vary based on your system. Once in the BIOS setup, change the boot order so that your system boots from the USB stick first. Save your changes and exit the BIOS setup. Your computer will restart, and the Windows Vista Rental Edition installation process will begin. You'll be guided through the installation process by the Windows Setup Wizard. You'll need to select your language, agree to the terms and conditions, choose the type of installation you want, and select the drive where you want to install Windows. Follow the prompts, and in about 30 to 60 minutes, your installation should be complete. After the installation, you'll be prompted to set up your system. This includes creating a user account, setting a password, and choosing your time zone. Make sure to update your system to get the latest security patches and updates. And just like that, you have successfully installed Windows Vista Rental Edition on your Lenovo B5050. So, stay tuned for the next step where we will be installing the Zorin OS Honkai Star Rail Edition on an Asus EE PC. Next, we'll move on to installing Zorin OS Honkai Star Rail Edition on an Asus EE PC. This is an exciting venture, and we'll guide you through every step of the way. First things first, we'll need to prepare the Asus EE PC for installation. Make sure your PC is fully charged or connected to a power source. You wouldn't want the battery dying halfway through the process. Next up, we'll need to create a bootable USB. You can use any USB drive with a minimum of 4 GB of storage. Download the Zorin OS Honkai Star Rail Edition ISO file from the official Zorin website. After downloading, use a program like Rufus or Etcher to create the bootable USB. Ensure the ISO image is selected, choose the USB drive, and then start the process. When it's done, you'll have a ready-to-use Zorin OS bootable USB. Now, it's time to start the installation process. Plug the bootable USB into your Asus EE PC and restart the computer. As it boots, press the F2 key to enter the BIOS setup. Here, you'll need to change the boot order to prioritize the USB drive. Save and exit. The Zorin OS installer should start up. Select your preferred language and click Install Zorin OS. Choose your keyboard layout, and then select Erase Disk and install Zorin. Don't worry, this won't erase your physical disk, but the virtual disk on the USB drive. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete the installation. Finally, it's time to set up your system. You'll be prompted to select your time zone, create a user account, and set a password. You can also choose to encrypt your home folder for added security. Once you've filled in all the necessary details, click Continue, and Zorin OS will finish setting up. And there you have it. The installation process may seem daunting, but with this step-by-step guide, you'll have Zorin OS Honkai Star Rail Edition up and running on your Asus EE PC in no time. Congratulations, you've installed Zorin OS Honkai Star Rail Edition on your Asus EE PC. Finally, we'll cover upgrading from Windows 95 Pizza Tower Edition and installing Internet Explorer. The first step in this process is preparing your computer for the upgrade. This involves backing up all your important documents and files to an external drive or cloud storage. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry, and a little preparation can save you a lot of heartache later. Next, you'll need to secure a copy of the Windows Vista installation disk or a bootable USB drive. Once you have this, restart your computer and boot from the disk or USB. This will initiate the Windows Vista installation process. Follow the on-screen instructions, making sure to select Upgrade when prompted. This will allow you to keep your files and settings from Windows 95 Pizza Tower Edition. It may take some time, but patience is key here. Once the upgrade is complete, it's time to install Internet Explorer. For this, you'll need to connect to the internet, visit the Microsoft website, and download the latest version of Internet Explorer. Follow the installation prompts, and in no time, you'll have a fully functional Internet Explorer on your upgraded system. Remember, if you run into any issues during the upgrade or installation process, don't panic. There are plenty of online resources and forums where you can find help. And there you have it. You've successfully upgraded from Windows 95 Pizza Tower Edition and installed Internet Explorer.